Hello, ACTIVZ family. Thank you so much for the invitation, for the introduction. It's my pleasure to be here sharing with you in our ACTIVZ schools. My topic today, it's going to be commitment to your plan of action. My name is Claudina Brenneman. I'm from Mexico originally, but I live in Sacramento, California, and I'm a rank A12 for ACTIVZ. And I've been here since the very beginning. And this project, this business has absolutely changed my life, but more importantly, the lives of many in my team. So let's get started with this topic. We are in 2022, and I know all of you have a lot of goals, objectives, and let's plan and talk about how we're going to commit to our action plan this year and how would we really make it a good one, right? So what's the secret formula? A lot of people ask me, Claudina, like, what's the secret, right? And some people think that there is a magic bullet that works and that's one thing that you're going to do and it's going to work every single time. Or there is a magic pill that you take it once and it would just work, right? Or that there is the secret, if you follow this, then it's gonna happen for you magically. The truth is that no, there is no magic bullet, there is no magic pill, and definitely there is no secret. Anything or everything that you do once is not going to work all the time. Really, and the main topic of this presentation is talking about the things that we can do, that there are going to be things that we're going to do over and over again. And that is the secret sauce, right? The repetition, the consistency. So let's talk about what those steps may look like, right? What is the strategy? And if we compare our business to a cake, right? And what's the strategy to do this business that will be to make it this beautiful and delicious cake? Well, definitely for strategy, in order for us to make a cake, we do need to have a recipe, right? The recipe that will be the method of what we need to do, what are the stuff that we need, right, to make this amazing and delicious cake. But following a recipe will not always work, right? We need something else. We need a mindset. We definitely know what we need to do, but we need to really be prepared in our mind, but right, to be able to make this method or this recipe work. How many of us don't know what is it that we need to do to lose weight, right? We all know that we need to eat healthy, we need to work out, but really, even though we have the recipe, why is it that it doesn't work? Well, because we don't have the mindset. Well, same thing happens if we have the mindset, but we don't follow the steps, right? So you definitely have to have both to be able to be successful. Now, in the method or recipe, we also need to have certain steps, right? And the first one are going to be the ingredients, because if we have the flour, we have the butter, we have the sugar, and we dump everything together, mix it all up, are we going to have a beautiful cake like this? Certainly not, right? What we also need is the measurements, right? We need to know what goes first, what ingredients, how we're going to do it. So this is where I lose a lot of people, because some people say, well, I already know the 5 steps of the success plan that we have, right? Our system at ACTIVZ. And I am also doing all these trainings, and I'm listening to, Jim Rohn, and I'm listening to Tony Robbins and Eric Worre to develop this strong mindset. And I'm getting really good at invitations and presentations and closing. Right, but if you don't measure the times that you're inviting and presenting, that's where we lose people, right? We do need to have some measurement. So let's talk about the rhythm. What is the rhythm that we need to be able to launch your business successfully? And the rule is 200. 200 is the magic number. I know I said it. It's a magic number. Why? Why is it a magic number? Well, let's talk about it. To launch your business in an explosive way, you must contact 200 people from your database in the first 10 days. All right. We're talking about, this is going to be challenging. Our goal really is to get 20 people in our business in doing it within 30 to 60 days. So in order to be able to do that, you do need to have a list. And if you have been in the business for a while, like I have, you probably need to have another new 200 names in your database, right? But the key here is in the first 10 days. So what does that look like? It looks like you have to invite 20 people per day in the next 10 days. 20 people per day. I know that's challenging. I know that I'm taking you out of your comfort zone, but you know what? Let me tell you, this is going to be worth it. It's almost like if you're trying to take your band-aid, right? And you do it very slowly and you're pulling every single hair in your arm, it hurts, right? It's easier if you do it fast. So that's the reason we're doing it in the first 10 days. So what is it going to look like when you contact 200 people, okay? And I mean, this is important. I'm not telling you to give 20 presentations per day. I'm telling you to invite 20 people. Out of those 200 people that you contacted, it's going to look like about 100 are going to tell you, yeah, I'm open. And maybe the other 100 are not even going to respond to you or not going to be interested, all right? Out of those 100, maybe 50 people will show up to your presentation or the meeting or the call or whatever it is that you're doing, right? 50 people. And out of those 50, about 10 people maybe become customers and another 10 will become business partners, which is about 10%, all right? And that is an average of numbers. Now, watch it. This is important. It's a numbers game. It's not a skill game. I know a lot of you are thinking, now I'm just not very good at inviting, or maybe I'm not very good at following up, or the presentation or the compensation plan to explain it is so difficult. It doesn't matter. This is a statistics. This is a numbers game. If you are better, if you have more skills, that's even better. You're going to have even better results. But even if you were a god of multi-level marketing and you are an expert of 20 years of experience, only about 30%, okay, will say yes. So out of every 10, maybe 3 of them will say yes to you. If you're an expert, if you're a normal person, okay, that's fine. You're gonna be getting about 1 every 10. So this is the reason, and this is the secret sauce, right? Now, assuming you are on board. This is I like this example, right? Who of these 2 animals is going to win the race? The slow and steady or the super fast rabbit, right? The turtle or the rabbit? And the answer is the turtle, right? If it stays on track, because even if it's going slow, eventually we'll get there. The rabbit will be fast, but then it will get tired because it goes so fast, it goes tired, and then won't make it to the end. What I'm trying to say here is not that you should be slow and steady, because for what we're preparing right now in terms of action plan, instead of for the purpose of launching, having an explosive launch in your business, you have to do it fast, but you have to be steady, okay? You have to be consistent. Now, yeah, I mean, the turtle wins, but I'm not telling you to be like the turtle and be slow and steady. I'm telling you to go fast, but stay consistent, right? The people that say, if you stay in your business for 2 to 4 years, you know, you're eventually going to find, you know, freedom. You're going to get there. The truth is, a slow and steady doesn't necessarily make it in this business, especially when you're preparing your launch. Now, let's see. You sign up for the gym. Sorry, I'm like getting messages constantly on my phone and it's distracting me. So you sign up for the gym, right? With me, I'm your coach. and you tell me, you know what, Claudina, I'm going to be coming 7 days a week. I want to get stronger. I want to be fit. So we make a plan, but life happens, right? And those 6 days, you could not make it to the gym. So you come on the seventh day and you ask me, Claudina, like, which one is the weight that I'm going to lift to be able to basically work, I mean, compensate with what I didn't do on those 6 days? Do I go for the biggest one so I can really be fit? The answer is no. The answer is you have to lift the one that you can lift and that you can do the repetitions. And the truth also is that for you to really get a strong arm, right, you have to break the muscle. And to be able to break the muscle, you have to do the repetitions every day, right? So, no, there's not going to be a one thing that you're going to really do for one day and it's going to magically happen. You have to do the work consistently, right? And follow the recipe to be able to get the results that you want. So there is no one hardest way to lift here. Now, what's the reality, right? Let's look at these three stories of Carlos, Luis, and Juan, right? Those three individuals that decide, you know, they want to do this business, let's work for it. And we're going to look in the results of different areas in their lives. And we're going to look into their income, their health, the relationships, the happiness, and the success. And Carlos decides to launch, the business with the 200 database people, contacting 20 people a day for the first 10 days, right? And what happens to Carlos is that he starts getting, new distributors, new clients. It starts rising up. Luis, on the other hand, is doing the 20 calls one day, but the next day he only does two. And then the third day, maybe only five, right? He's trying his best. He's really trying to do it, but he hasn't been able to accomplish the right number. So he's, kind of getting some results, getting some distributors, but it's kind of in the middle. Whereas Juan, he's listening to audios, preparing his mind. He's also getting on the Zoom calls every once in a while. Maybe when he goes to a party or a get together with family, we'll talk about the product, right? But it's not very consistent, but he's there. I mean, every day he does a little something. He's just not doing the right thing. What's going to happen in 27 months? Well, what's going to happen is that Carlos, maybe the first 4 or 5 months, starts ranking up, right, in rank advancements. Luis maybe gets to a middle rank. 27 months go by. Carlos is in the top ranks. Luis is in the middle ranks, and Juan is still, not really rank advancing at all. Maybe he's A2, right, A1, still there, and looks at Carlos and bumps into him and asks him, what is it that you did? We started at the same time. What's going on? You must have something in your presentation. You must be doing something, because Juan doesn't believe in the probability and statistics of a numbers game, right? Juan does not believe on that. And because he doesn't have the belief and the conviction, he just doesn't do the things that you need to do. And in order to be successful, right? It's all going to depend on the decisions that you make that will lead to the behaviors that you take that will lead to the habits, right? For Carlos right now, it really is just a way of doing his business. Maybe he's at this point, maybe he's in A12 or A10, right? He's not maybe doing the 20 calls a day, but he already has a team that is duplicating that behavior, is helping them launch their businesses, and really has built momentum, right? Luis, because he's not very consistent, he's in the middle ranks, and Juan is still sitting there. So I want you to look at your business. I don't care what is it that you did on the 2020 or 2021, if you've been in the business for a while, but recognize really that where you're at right now is what maybe the result that the stuff that you've been doing, right? And that you definitely can change that this year. And that's where I want to talk about. Now, think about this spaceship. This spaceship, in order to break gravity, it really has to launch at 100% pace, right? The speed has to be there. How does it take off successfully? It definitely takes off by an explosive launch. That's exactly what we're trying to accomplish in this launching of your business. Faster is always better. Faster is better. In order to recruit 20 people, you can do it the slow way or you can do it the fast way. Now, how does it look to recruit 20 people in a fast pace, right? You take action, you recruit 10 to 12 people, right, in the first 30 days, or maybe even 60 days if it takes you a little bit longer, right? And if you do it fast, you get 10 to 12 that are going to take action. Now, if you do it in a slow pace, you may get 6 to 8 people, right? Maybe in a year or who knows how long, because you're going in a slow pace. Now, who are those people? If you recruit 20, maybe if you do it fast, 6 to 8, they're going to stay. They're going to stay in the business because they're going to see results. They're going to see that's possible. If you do it the slow way, maybe 3 or 4 will stay, okay, out of those 20 that you recruited. Now, about 3 to 4 of them, if you do it the fast way, will stay out of those 20. And if you do it slow, maybe 1 will become a leader, okay, in your business. So definitely doing it faster will get you more leaders because they will see results faster, right? If you recruit 20 people in a fast way, maybe 1 to 2 of them are going to earn a lot of money, right? But if you do it the slow way, I don't know, very rarely you're going to see 1. So that's the difference between doing it slow or doing it fast. Now, what we're trying to do here is create momentum. And in order for you to create momentum in your organization, it's going to look a lot like the picture in the left. You see a lot of fires and you barely, I don't know if you see it. If you have a lot of an imagination, you see a person in the middle just really fighting, right? And that's going to be you. It's going to be you by yourself trying to create momentum in your business. But eventually, once you do the ingredients in the measurements exactly like we're telling you to do it, you're going to have people coming on board, and that's going to start duplicating your business, because definitely the speed of the group is going to be determined by the speed of the leader. Now, in order to prepare for this launch, you have to take at least 2 days to prepare, just for preparation before you get started, right? What's going to look like? Well, first of all, you're going to define your personal commitment. What you're doing is not going to be easy. It's definitely going to take you out of your comfort zone, but you're going to do it anyway. That doesn't mean you have to quit your job. That doesn't mean you have to not see your family at all. It just means that you're going to really focus on the activities that are going to generate income and momentum in your organization. So define your personal commitment. Regardless of what's going to happen in your life, you're going to do it. You're going to commit 100%, and at least, the very least, you're going to be able to say that in 30 days, you were committed 100%. I don't know if many of you right now have ever done it, regardless of how long you've been in the business. Step number 2, free your agenda, okay? You're definitely going to determine what it's going to look like, right? Maybe those 30 days you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish. But it's up to you. You are in charge. Make sure your agenda is free, that you do not commit to activities that are going to take your focus from your business. Step number 3, be conscious of the sacrifice that you're making. It's definitely going to be hard. Is you're definitely going to have you're going to be out of whack, out of balance for a period of time, but that's going to create and give you a long-term balance in your life, right? So short-term unbalance in your life to get a long-term balance. I think that is worth it. Step number 4, we need to negotiate with our family. They need to know what we're going to be doing. They need to know they're probably not going to get your attention very much, okay, because you're going to really be doing it. You don't have to ask them to do it with you. You don't have to ask them to believe that, you know, your product or your business. You're just asking them to be understanding and to be supportive of what you're going to be doing. And maybe you are not going to be around very much to go to the movies with them, or not going to be around doing the extra things that you normally do with them, and because these 30 days are going to be hard and they're going to be worth it. Okay. The next one is going to be eliminating distractions. Yes, Netflix can be one of them, right? There are many distractions. Social media can be a distraction when you're not using them to contact people, right? So try to eliminate that. The next one is going to be talking to your team. If you already have a team, right, this is not going to be the time that you're going to be giving presentations for their distributors. This is not going to be the time that you're going to be doing trainings. You're going to focus on bringing 20 people on board between preferred customers and distributors. So this is also another time to revive, revive, I think is the word for it, the death. Okay, people that are not taking action in your business, this is not going to be the time that you're going to try to motivate them to do the business. You're gonna just let them know what you're doing. If they want to join you, that's great, but you're not going to be there for them. You're gonna be here for your business because you have a focus of bringing 20 people in 30 days. So you need to communicate that with them. The next one is making a list of 200 new names. New names. You're not going to be harassing the people that you already talked to before. You're going to be bringing and talking to new people, 200 new names. And last but not least, you need to polish those skills. All right. If you feel not very confident on your invitation, you have 2 days to get prepared for that. There is a gazillion trainings on polishing your skills. Maybe you need to talk to your upline and get some, feedback, or get them some ideas, right? Figure it out, but you got 2 days to do that. Next, you're going to divide the month into 3 segments, all right? The first segment means like the first 10 days is going to look like this. You're going to contact, invite, and present. Maybe what you're going to do is connect them right into the Zoom calls that you already have planned every night. Maybe you have your upline, if you do have one, to do a presentation, or different leaders, right? You can gather them up, have initiative, and say, hey, for 30 days we're going to do, or the first 10 days we're going to have presentations in the morning and at night every single day. Who can do one Monday morning? Who can do another one Monday night, right? And you just plug in the people. When you're inviting, when you're contacting people, right, you're asking them what time works best, morning or night, right? And that's what's going to look like the first 10 days, because we're talking to a lot of people. It's going to be very difficult to give the follow-up, to do the closing. We're always inviting and plugging them into the presentations, or we're also presenting the business with maybe our upline or by ourselves if you're confident enough now. So the first 10 days, that's the focus. The second 10 days is going to be used for follow-ups, right? We're already contacted 200 people in the first 10 days. So we're going to be doing a lot of follow-ups, a lot of three-way calls, third-party validations. Maybe they didn't make it to the day that they said they were going to come. Maybe you invite them to another one, right? Just do as many exposures as they can. Questions are your secret sauce. You do need to ask a lot of questions, whatever they ask you, that's perfect. Those questions and those objections that they have, that's where you're going to be able to respond or give them the answers or lead them into the right direction. Now, the third 10 days, the last 10 days are going to be for closing. All right, they have already seen enough information, right, in this 20 days that they should be able to know either they want to join as a distributor or they want to join as a preferred customer. The most important thing here is really be committed 100% on this activities, right? And what that leads to is, after you really are able to do this, there's going to be nobody that can stop you. You will be unstoppable. You will be on fire, and your team will follow that, right? When you see your upline or someone that you know, they rank advanced, what does that create in you? That creates, that force that says, yes, it can be done. There's people that are rank advanced. There are people that are making it. Definitely I can make it too, right? They are joining into a team that are making things happen. And communicate your vision. When you talk to your prospects, when you talk to your team too, right? Communicate that you are only looking for your 10 distributors, because that's really what you're looking for, right? This challenge is going to be recruiting 10 people for your business. And definitely can be the hardest thing that you will do in your business, but it will be worth it, because you are worth it, because your future is worth it, your family is worth it. And you should communicate your personal vision with the people that you're talking to and tell them, I'm looking for my 10 captains that will take over this city or this business with me, that I'm going to teach them how to recruit their 10 too. Are you one of them? Are you ready to join me in this project, right? And with that, you're going to help them, right? Apply these 3 steps. First, you help them find 2 people, then you help them find their 5 people, and when they find their 10, they're ready to go. You don't need to do very much more with them other than, keep in touch with them, but they know exactly what they're doing. Apply the pendulum effect, right? And the pendulum effect says, fail as much as you can. The key of success is to fail massively. As a matter of fact, the more you fail, right, the better it is, because when you fail more than anyone else, you learn more than anyone else, right? And when you fail in everything you can, there's not going to be anybody that can tell you otherwise. You know exactly what not to do and what you need to do. And go for the no. If you get really anxious looking for a yes, maybe you're just looking for the no, right? You're just really just sorting and sifting, like which one it's interesting, which one is not interested. That's really all you're going to be doing in the first 10 days. And when you do have a contact list of 200 people, that gives you a little bit more posture, because really when you call somebody, right, when you invite somebody, you can tell them, I have 200 people that I'm about to call. You're one of the first one. I have 199 more to talk to, but I'm calling you because you are important to me, because I know what you're made of, because I know that you have the skill set that will work in this business venture. And this is the reason I'm contacting you. Are you in or you're out, right? And to finish, I want you to not wait until you're ready. I want you to take action instead of, waiting until you're ready to take action. Okay, take action to be ready. That's the invitation. Don't wait. Take action to be ready. Thank you very much for allowing me to share this with you. And I really wish you nothing but the success that you deserve. We do have a very special thing here in ACTIVZ. We do have the perfect storm, and we're at the perfect time. The only thing that we need is your commitment, is your massive action, and definitely no room for excuses. Thank you so very much.